So
So
on
shall
the
we?
surface,
So is
like
that
in the
true? Like
media,
Sava, like everything normal, all the people good to you for being lesbian in United
no,
States?
that's not true. They try to make it seem like that on the surface, like in the media and stuff. They try to normalize it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that they are over exploiting it. And I don't agree with that. I think it makes people like me, who are just regular people, who just happens to be attracted to to the same sex, look bad. They pave a very rocky road for us doing that. I do not agree with public displays of affection when there's children around for anybody. I don't think a gay couple nor a heterosexual couple should be making out in public in front of children. And I don't think that men who look like men, I mean, if you can pull it off and look like a woman in a dress, more power to you. But if you look like a man in a dress, first of all, that's scary as fuck. And, if you look all scary and shit, maybe you shouldn't be around children.
No, if you walk with
Um,
your girlfriend, how are
uh,
people gonna look to you?
People don't really look,
Notice,
I mean,
like
they
maybe people they
might,
think you are a
honestly, I'm not
friend.
paying attention, to be honest.
You
On
only
that,
look
but
her, yes.
we've never been approached. We've never been like hissed at or anything like that. But see, we don't really, with this day and age with COVID, we haven't really gotten much opportunity to be out in public. So,
So if you talk
but in
to
the past,
people about your relationship with your girlfriend, how they gonna react?
if I talk about it,
Yeah.
well, usually guys, they tend to have a crush on me, so they might feel bitter about it.
Disappointment.
And they'll say things like, "Oh, you just haven't met the right man yet," and just they'll go through all the typical, seemingly logical explanations. Oh, you were molested. Oh, you just haven't found the right guy. Like all this dumb shit. And I've had relationships with men throughout my life because I was in the closet for a long time, and I just, and I was bullied in high school for kissing a girl, and somebody saw us. So I was afraid to be open with it for a really long time. But I always
So you
hated
dated
being in a
guys to
relationship.
hide it?
Huh?
You dated guys to hide
No,
the fact?
I would have been single that whole time if it weren't for guys constantly trying to be in a relationship with me. It was never my idea to be in a relationship with a guy. They just made it happen. And I went along with it, eventually because it's like, I don't know, I thought that's just what you're supposed to do.
Maybe you've been following your gut, like maybe I'm not lesbian, maybe I can be with men. You've been doubting yourself.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
I mean, like maybe you were feeling you're a woman, not a lesbian. Like you need to
Well,
be
I
with
am a
men.
woman.
That's precisely. Yeah, no. But like, which kind of relationship you into? Like maybe you felt you need to be with women. Sorry, with men. That's precisely why you dated men.
I didn't date men, they dated me. Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't say no, which means you like it.
No, actually, I said no many, many, many times, and they never
Yeah,
quit. And so eventually, I did appreciate somebody who wanted to spend their time with me. Okay, it's being single and being young and attractive is a lonely place, and when somebody, doesn't matter who, is pining for you and wanting to be there with you, and me having been bullied in school about being lesbian, it just seemed like the path to I just
to
gave it a
date a
shot.
man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought that's what you were supposed to
so
do.
you agree with me? You try to hide it by
Oh, tried to
dating
hide it?
guys.
Well, yeah, I guess so. It's not that I tried to hide it. I just I didn't make it a thing. Except with every guy that I was with, when I felt like it was a good time, I did, request that we bring a girl into the relationship. And surprisingly,
Old habit, die hard.
surpri yeah, surprisingly, they would always say no.
Of
And
course, because he's a
then,
man. Like,
well, I mean, I always thought that they would be cool with it, but unfortunately they weren't. And yeah, so
but I,
so so
I, I can feel it. Like, you've been, you've been in a lot of situations. People minimizing you. People look down to you for being who you are. Right?
true. Yeah.
So how you dealt with that?
I write and I make music.
That's it.
Pretty much. I mean, what can you do?
Like, you don't confront them. You don't just win an argument with them.
Well, I can't control other people and I can't tell them how to think or feel or see. So I just have to focus on myself and define myself so that no one else can define me.
So you didn't doubt in your whole life. Maybe you got some sort of mental issues that turns you to be lesbian.
Well, if being attracted to women and not being attracted to men is a mental illness, then call me mentally ill. I don't care anymore.
So, no, I'm asking, like, you didn't go to shrink. You didn't ask people,
Oh no, I've
doctors,
I've
things
been to
like
the
that.
therapist before, but not for that problem. I've been to the therapist before because I tend to be very possessive with my girlfriends, and that's why they leave me. And
Yeah, you
so
love
I
them
went to
too
therapy for
much.
that. Huh?
You love them too much. Like, you go extra mile. That's why they leave you.
Yeah, and I'm very controlling.
You feel jealous, right?
Yes.
So did you ever like be in this kind of relationships, like your girlfriend, she left you for a man?
Yes. Well, actually, so the whole time that I was playing the heterosexual card and dating men, um, I was actually, behind the scenes secretly dating girls, and it was usually like my friends' girlfriends behind their backs. And like they would promise me that they would leave him and go with me, and then next day they would fall back on their promise, and that happened a lot, and it always like made me very sad.
But you didn't feel some sort of jealousy, like you need to find the right man like them?
Hmm? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
like your girlfriend, she left you for a man. You didn't feel some sort of jealousy. I need to be like
Oh,
her.
well,
I need to
I
date a
did.
man.
Every time it happened, I would get a little bit more and more jealous. But the thing is, I had to justify that because they were already with the guy when we met. So I couldn't really claim her like that. But when I came out, several years ago, uh, when I would get a girlfriend, I would feel like anxiety, like I have to hold on to her, or in like, I needed constant reassurance that she wasn't ever going to leave me for a guy or another girl.
So, one last question. Like, when you see a man with a woman, like husband and wife, you don't have this kind of feeling, hey, I want to be there. I want to test that. I want to have this kind of
Mm,
feeling. Never.
I mean, I'm happy for them, but I don't believe in marriage. I don't believe in like the government
Being in
marriage. Like,
touch with another person,
I kind of
with
feel
men,
bad for them
sorry.
sometimes.
Really?
Like, I don't know,
Like,
because people
having
get
kids
married
and
and,
family.
well, so when I see like the girls I used to date behind my friends' backs, I would feel bad for them because it's obvious that to me that they weren't that she wasn't happy, and the only reason why, a lot of them
That's
stayed with
anecdotal.
them is
That's
because they were
anecdotal.
scared.
We can't generalize.
Mm?
That's anecdotal. Like, maybe other relationships are successful.
Well, I'm not jealous. How about this? I look up to them, and I have them in
I'm not
mind when I'm
I'm not
dealing.
saying jealous. I said like you wish to have this kind of feeling. Like you wish to be
Yes,
there. You wish to be with
yes.
another man, having kids and family.
No, not a
You
man.
never.
No, 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 no. I do
You
not want
you
to be with
never.
a man.
Okay. How about
No,
kids? Like kids.
I've never
Like
wanted
kids.
kids. Look, I grew up with my cousins, okay, and they were rambunctious as fuck, and everything was always messy and chaotic. I never ever wanted kids. When I was 9 years old, I remember thinking to myself, I'm never having kids.
Really? Why?
Yes, because I don't like responsibility. I want to be free and just carefree, and I want to do whatever I want to do. And and you know what? Having a child looks really scary, like really painful, and ugh, like I don't want to. I never wanted to do
But
it.
in certain age, like you're gonna have this kind of feeling. Like every woman,
No.
she's gonna have this
In
kind of
fact,
feeling. Hey,
when
I
when
want a
my
kid
peers
like me.
when my
Yeah, go ahead.
peers
Sorry.
had those feelings, baby fever, it made me want to puke.
Maybe you don't want to taste the feeling for being a mother.
I raised my sister. I know what it's like.
It's a huge
But,
task.
huh?
Yeah, but it's lovely to be honest to have kids and the way they laugh, the way they play, the way they act, the way they cry.
Sure, but I never felt the need to have kids. I never felt like it was my duty. I never felt like I needed to. In fact, I always felt that if I did have a kid, I would always feel very guilty. Like I would always be worried about them.
You think you're not a good role model, they
I am
don't
a good
deserve
role
love.
model.
So why are you gonna feel guilty?
Well, because I'm the type of person that likes to do my own thing, and even with my dog I feel guilty sometimes because I'm not always, catering to his needs, and it irritates me. So I don't know. It's just my personality type. I have a rare personality type, and it's just not in my nature to be super nurturing all the time to other
Do you think God
creatures.
loves you for being who you are nowadays?
Well, I mean, so my beliefs in God is different than yours.
Maybe
I
you
think God
designed
is
your own God.
everything. Huh?
You designed your own God, like you
I did
created
not
your own
design my
God.
own God. Just look around. God is everywhere. God is it. This is it. This is God. Everything is God. Jesus, however, is the advocate between
Jesus
us,
is a
and
prophet.
he's not a puppet.
A prophet,
He's
sorry,
essential.
prophet. A
He
prophet.
is essential. Jesus really is the ruler, really, but but God is the platform.
Yeah,
And
he's
I
the
met Jesus
creator.
actually. He
Wow.
approached me and he spent 3 days with me.
What?
Yeah. And I know it sounds crazy, but I can't deny what happened.
Maybe you were high. Maybe you were taking a lot of weed.
No, I was actually sober.
Sober, and Jesus came to your house
Well, so
for 3 days.
I
So,
actually
I
I
mean,
actually had
for
I
the
just
sake of the
went through
argument,
something.
okay, okay. For the sake
Yeah.
of the argument,
Uh-huh.
he stayed in your house for 3 days, but
He stayed with me.
billion. What? He did what?
I started a new job, and he stayed by my side. Or actually, Jesus stands behind you, always behind you.
No, I don't see him to be honest.
Well,
Bec-
you can't see him with your two eyes, but if he does ever approach you, you'll know it because right away, he will answer questions that you have. And that's how
So
you
you
know
try
it's
to say
him.
like, if I believe in Jesus, I'm gonna see him.
No, that's not necessarily it. What happened was, so I had got saved from being stuck in the woods for 2 days, me and my friend, and we got rescued. And
By who?
I thought I was gonna die, because a bear was like tracking us, and it was just really scary. And like the next day after I got saved, I got a job offer for a really good job, and I was just feeling so happy, and I was like twirling around and like just screaming with joy, and I was beaming all this love out into the world, and I don't know, I think it summoned him. I think he saw that and he came and he approached me, and it was very overwhelming at first because I didn't expect it, and I could not turn it off. It wasn't just an idea or a thought or delusion. It was real. And he answered some of my questions that I've always had deep down about religion and love and stuff like that. And that's how I knew it was him. And he
But to be
stayed with me
honest,
for
when I
3 days.
was a kid, like I was always imagine like my father, because my father died when I was like a kid. So I always was keep imagining him. So after that,
Mhm.
that started to come to my dreams, and now he was talking to me, and I started to feel my dad is here and he's watching me every once in a while.
True.
So after I grow up, I realized it was only my mindset. When you
Nope,
be
nope. Nope,
reco-
nope. Your dad did. Yeah, your dad did approach you. It was your dad.
it's just like manifestation. Like you think about things and you're gonna see them in real life.
Yeah, but it was to a certain degree that you couldn't control.
Yeah, maybe you created that, all this.
Well, if that's how you want to
That's
think
exists in
about it, go
psychology.
ahead. But
No, I'm not
really,
thinking about it, I'm just
acceptance.
speculating. Maybe the things that happened to me happened to you.
Well, we
It
don't
goes
have
both
that
ways.
answer, do we? Well,
Yeah,
I was completely awake. Um, so
so after all this time,
this was
you think
different.
you really
This
saw
was
Jesus?
different. I know this was different, and I've actually had other paranormal encounters when I was a teenager. Um, and I just knew that I'm dead set on that this was real, and I cannot deny it. There was one other really important thing that he told me before he left. And because we had all kinds of conversations during those 3 days. And the last conversation, I remember bringing up evil. And I started asking him, I said, why are people evil? How could people be so evil doing certain things? And so I could see Jesus with my third eye, right? Okay. And so
You believe
instead
in
of
third eye?
telling me,
Wow.
yeah, well, because you can't see him